How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to talk about what happens to my emotions when I quit drinking alcohol. Well, let me just talk first of all about some of your emotions before you quit alcohol and what happens to a lot of your emotions. A lot of us drink for emotional reasons, right? We drink to either suppress some emotions, right? To suppress the problems of the day, for instance, right? Suppress feelings that you don't want to feel, right? To suppress anxiety, right? To suppress feelings of shyness, for instance, right? And then there's the other side of the coin where we try to elevate certain emotions, right? We drink for fun, right? We drink for sociability, right? We drink to be with other people without the shyness, right? So that's the opposite side of that coin. And we do many of these things. There's so many different emotions that we want to try and lift. Now, the problem with taking a drug in order to use a drug as a sort of a thermostat, right, where you're trying to balance out your emotions, either to push down emotions or bring up emotions, is that eventually these emotions start to rely on the drug, right? So you need to have the drug in order to push the emotions down, right? And eventually those emotions become blunted, right? You can't feel them anymore, right? Because you're taking this drug. I mean, this is one of the things that I found out when I stopped drinking, that all of these emotions started coming up. Maybe it was when I was drinking before. As soon as the emotion, I felt the emotion, it was like, right, I need to do something to get rid of this straight away, right? And on the other side of the coin, you drink, you cannot feel fun, you cannot have fun, you cannot feel happy unless you're drinking, right? When you're not drinking, you're feeling sort of skittish, you're feeling not happy, you're feeling like you can't enjoy yourself, that you're missing out on something. When you stop drinking, you're still going to have that, these emotions take a while in order for them to balance out. That it's not going to happen overnight, that you're going to feel all of a sudden that, oh, my emotions have all come back, I can now have fun without drinking, and blah, 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 I'm only a week off this booze, but, I'm finding myself, I don't need alcohol anymore for fun reasons. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to take a while, because like any habit, your emotions tend to centralize themselves around certain the habits anyway, the rituals and the behaviors. So your emotions will respond to what you're doing. So when you're drinking, your emotions are responding to the alcohol, and eventually over time that becomes habitual. Do you get what I mean? Your emotional responses become habitual. So it takes a while for you to be able to find other ways of bringing those emotions up, but it will happen, and you'll feel the emotions more. You'll be able to deal with the emotions a lot better, and you'll understand that at the end of the day, drinking alcohol is not giving you anything, right? It's not helping you to have fun. That it's actually getting out into these places and having fun. This is the whole point of it. When you're drinking, if you were sat in a room on your own, you're not going to have fun. So if the alcohol made you have fun, it wouldn't matter who you were with or where you were or what you were doing, you would have fun, right? But that's not the case. You have to put yourself into a situation where you are already having fun, right? Same thing with relaxing. You cannot relax if you're in not relaxing situations, right? You have to relax in a relaxing situation in order to relax. And we just assume that it's the alcohol that's helping us to relax. It's not. I mean, if you walk into a room and you say to yourself, well, I need alcohol to relax in this situation with all these people around, it's just not the case, right? The fact is that when you walk into a room, even if you have alcohol, right, it takes time for you to adjust, right, from the car, for instance, right, or the street, or you're on your own, whatever it is, walking along, and you all of a sudden go into a room and it's full of people. It takes your mind the time to adjust to that. The same thing when you're not drinking, right? It takes your mind time to adjust, and once you adjust, you don't need the alcohol for it, But as I say, it's just one of those things that we convince ourselves, we're convinced by other people, we're convinced by the alcohol companies that we need these things, that we need alcohol to relax or have fun or to unwind or all these kind of things. You don't. So, at the end of the day, your emotions when you quit alcohol are going to stabilize. You'll get the emotions that you want when you need them, right? you have to deal with some of the bad emotions. That's one of the other sides of it. It's not a bad side though, because you know, these emotions are there for a reason, right? When you feel depressed, right, or you feel unhappy about something, it's your brain's way of saying, don't do that. You know what I mean? Change what you're doing in order to make yourself feel happy. If you're feeling stressed in a certain situation, right, it means that you need to, it's your body telling you, your mind telling you that you have to do something to make the situation not stressful, right? So, you know, it's like pain. Pain is there for a reason. Pain is there to tell you, don't do that to yourself, right? So look, I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions, I'll leave them down below as normal. Come on over to the website, alcoholmastery.com. If you want any help with quitting drinking alcohol, we've got an Alcohol Mastery starter pack, a couple of different courses and a couple of books. Just leave your first name and your email address it's on the first page there. Alcohol Mastery is a big button. Press the button, it'll pop a little box, put your name and email address in there, and I'll send it out to you straight away. Until next time, take care of yourself. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth and stay safe, okay? Onwards and upwards. Take care. Bye-bye now.